Hey, welcome back. So this time I suggest you either do a git checkup of version 0227 or 28. I'm going to run over all the code that I changed between those two versions, but I'm not going to write the code. I already wrote it. I just want to show you the changes because there's a lot to cover in this video and I don't want it to end up being a 20 minutes video. So the goal here was actually so that we could now start changing the admin view like I can here, and that required a few changes in there. So now you can see I can actually select 3 types for an admin and save it, and now he's actually saved with those 3 roles instead of what he had before. And the same, now it's actually the test who's doing it, so he has the role. So I just want to show how I actually changed this. There's a few places we have to make changes. So let's start at the backend. The first problem I faced was pretty much that I couldn't get all the information that I wanted. Like last lesson you saw that I didn't have email in there. Well, that was because it wasn't set here in the public one. So if you pull out 27, the profile one will actually be set to this. Now that means that instead of pulling out all the data, we actually narrow it down to only being the information inside the profile. Now, as I've read this is a specific feature from Mongoose saying if you have a virtual that's called user.profile, I will only pull out this information for you. I don't feel it's not the way I would do it. I would just guard myself directly inside the code instead in the controllers. But you can do it like this, where you set up specific profile to pull out specific information about the user. This only works for the user. If you do the same for the syllabus, you'll still get all the data back. Okay, but I just wanted to explain that. So think of the profile as a way for virtual as a way for us to specify other attributes than the normal ones. So now we have a profile attribute. And then, as I said, in the stomach of Mongoose, somehow the virtual is changed. When the specific name is profile, it'll be changed and it'll actually only pull back this information. So we needed to add the email here, and I also wanted the ID for later reference. So that was why I added these guys here. Okay, what else do we have? Inside the use controller, I wanted to be able, let's just go into the index file, I wanted to be able to also update a user. That actually wasn't added here, so I added it. So now my route can also update a user. And to do that, I had to add this new function inside the controller that can actually update a user. So going into the controller, you'll see that here now I have an update, pretty much stolen from the update that you have in this controller, the syllabus controller, and then changed to say user instead of syllabus. That's all I had to do. And then it required the save updates, so I pretty much just copied that guy from the syllabus controller up here, and those could be pulled into separate files, but let's just keep it simple right now. And then the other one was respond with, that had a different name here compared to the syllabus one, so I copied that over and renamed it. That was all I had to do for the backend to now pull out the right data and actually be able to update a user. So those are the steps you need to do if you want to do the update. Remember, the update needs both the save updates and the respond with copied from the syllabus controller, which is this guy. Actually, the handle entity not found was also missing, so I also copied that over. It's just copy paste. So that was the back end of it all.